Coby, what is this stretch like with all this practice time? You know, obviously your schedule in November was so intense, and this is an opportunity for you guys to kind of reset. What are you looking at to accomplish here?
Just get better. It's good to just get this practice time in because we had so many games come in November. We didn't really have time to practice, so it was good to get back on the floor these past 2 days and get back at it. Work on the stuff that we need to work on, sharpen some stuff up. So we got time to do a lot of different things, and I think we're taking fully advantage of it. Today was a really good day. You know, it's always good to get back in the gym and work on stuff we need to work on and get better at.
Billy hinted to us yesterday you guys were in a scrimmage today. Did you do that?
Yeah, we scrimmaged a lot today. We got up and down a lot today. The majority of the practice was mainly up and down. So.
And how did Patrick look in the scrimmage?
Patrick looked great. He looked great. Was very aggressive. Got downhill a lot. Got to his spots a lot. Didn't miss a step. Had a spring in his step. Stronger than ever. Everybody was talking about they forget how strong he is when he's out there bumping you and going to the basket. But I mean, everybody loved what they seen from him today. He was super confident, which I love. Like missing that much time, he came back super confident and made the right plays. So you know, he's ready.
When you say today was a good day, what stood out to you besides Patrick?
I think just being able. I think it's a good day whenever you get practice time like this in the NBA because it comes so rarely. So you don't get a lot of time to really work on things you need to work on during the season. You kind of just got to get it on the fly and watch a lot of film. But when you can actually go through it physically, it's nice. So I think it was a good day, and we competed. You know, we all competed, and it was fun being out here and getting to compete because we haven't did it really since training camp. So it feels like forever.
Yeah, how much do you miss that in the regular season? You assume you kind of get all the practice in, but how tough is it when you don't get to practice at all?
It's tough because, especially with our season, it's so long. You go through lapses, and you know. You always, you know, you find slippage in certain areas, you know, you start to fall in, and you're not having that practice time to able physically get better at it, to physically go through it, physically see what it feels like, physically what it looks like. So it's important to get as much practice time as you can. It's just our season is so physically demanding, it's hard to do it.
Have you guys been concentrating on the defense and that it's been lagging quite a bit?
Yeah, I feel like yesterday the majority of practice was defense, half-court defense, and details and communicating and being physical. So we spent the majority of the time on it yesterday, and then today obviously we play up and down a lot. So and we worked on different coverages today and our zone defense, zone offense. So I mean it was good. We spent a lot of time working on it. We know that's an area that we got to show a lot of growth in, and we got to get a whole lot better at. So we've been working on it for sure.
Was that a problem not having practices too, that you were unable to hone in on that to take care of that?
I mean, some things can be fixed. Some things, you know, you just got to learn how to fix it on the fly. You just got to learn how to watch film and have carryover to the court. But I mean, I think practice is very important when it comes to defense, working on techniques, working on different coverages. You know, teams start doing different stuff. They adjust to you. They adjust to how you play defensively and how you play offensively. So the practice time is important to work on the stuff that teams are trying to do to you on both ends of the floor.
Coby, how do you feel like teams are starting to defend you guys differently now that they're getting more film on this new style of offense? I think you're seeing any shifts out there.
Yeah. I think some teams are going zone. Some teams are going 1 through 5, switching red. Some teams are veering off on pick and roll, especially because of Vooch, the way that Vooch is playing. For me personally, I've seen a lot of teams adjust to him. Just because of how he's been dominating, trying to get him from the pick and pop, trying to take away his roles at the rim, trying to be physical in all his post-ups. So for us, we got to kind of figure out ways, you know, to give him the ball more. Like the last couple of games, he didn't get as many shots as he should have got. So that's something for us because we need him. You know, he's a big part of our team. He's playing like an all-star. So, but yeah, I mean, teams are starting to guard us differently, trying to take away our transition, picking us up early full court, because we get downhill so much that we create a lot of wide open three-point opportunities. And teams starting to adjust. So that's why it's good to have practice time. Now you get to work on those things that teams are doing.
Kind of to that point, it feels like a lot of defensive counters are trying to let you guys get bogged down maybe a little bit more. How do you counter out of that, especially if like the main player
just figure out ways to navigate it. For me, I think for me personally, I can get downhill more. I think I'm settling for a bunch of threes, and I think for me personally, I can start getting downhill more and use my playmaking and creativity in the paint. So I've worked on that this week. But I feel like, you know, you just continue to use this time, especially to focus on the things that we need to focus on and get better at, and find different ways how we can still play to our identity even when teams are taking away some of the stuff that we want to do.
Lastly on that, how do you as a shooter find that balance of like if you have a green light to take as many threes as you want to, how do you still kind of find that moment of feeling, okay, maybe those
It's hard sometimes because they you know, if basically if you get in the airspace, you know, we want to shoot threes. So it's kind of hard to navigate which ones to take and which ones you shouldn't take, when to drive, when not to drive, with this new style of play especially. But you know, I mean, would you rather have a coach telling you to shoot the ball, or rather have a coach telling you, you know, maybe don't shoot that one? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta look at it from both. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta look at it from both perspectives. It's all about perspective. Like, I always think about where I was 3-4 years ago, and I didn't have that same role. So for me, it's just I'm thankful for it, and learning to navigate it and to get through it. So it's been fun.
8.9 3-point attempts per game.
Yeah.
Up from 7 last season.
Yeah.
So that's to your point about that.
Yeah. So you know, it's different for me. I don't think I've ever taken that many threes ever in my life, in high school, college. So it's different, but it's like I said, it's what the new NBA is. You know, shooting threes and running and playing fast.
How are you feeling physically? I know you had some bumps and bruises in November.
I'm all right. I mean, everybody at this point, you know, especially how many games we played, or our schedule is, everybody's feeling something. So I can't sit here and say I'm 100% physically ready, but like you know, everybody dealing with bumps and bruises and things that they got going on, and everybody's just playing through it. So yeah, figure out ways to play through it, and you're good.
But you're down about 4 minutes from last game, and that's probably a good thing. I mean, last year you admitted by the end of the year that was a lot.
Yeah.
So are you comfortable with where you're at in terms of playing time?
Yeah. I don't, because last year I feel like I played so much, I kind of got burnt out towards the end of the year. And coach has been on me about trying to manage that, and he doesn't want me to get back to that point where I was. But like I said, I worked on my body a lot in conditioning this summer, so I feel pretty good about, you know, how many minutes I'm playing. So I don't really mind.
Coby has said that with the pace that you guys are playing at, he sometimes worries that you might be playing fewer minutes, but you're still basically playing the same amount.
Yeah.
You guys are just getting more plays. Does it feel like that?
Yeah. So like, even if I played 30 minutes, thanks for correcting me, brother. But it feels like it still feels like you playing a hell of a lot more minutes than that when you're out there, and you definitely feel it after the game. So yeah, the way we're playing is just fast. So I've never played this fast. I don't think I played this fast even though I was at Carolina. So